Hello.
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 We're back and we're back and we're back.
Yep. Did you listen to Eminem's new song? Houdini?
No.
It's quite good. It's really like, it sounds exactly like Without Me.
Yeah.
And the whole, he's done it the same way with like the cartoon, like comic book graphics.
Yeah.
And he has his 2002 version of himself come through a portal to now. It's very good, and it's a good song as well. It feels very
The
much
2002 version of himself?
yeah. It's
What?
like it's
What are we
like-
doing, those anti-aging CGI?
No, they have like AI on his face, and it's really cool though. As an Eminem fan, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think that is this leads it. Bookmark this.
Okay.
Bookmark that. You know, there's going to be a callback to that little thing later. I was going to say we both do look like we had a strong Eminem phase.
Yep.
That really took a while.
Yeah.
Lay down, like, you know, it's not something it's not something I open with when
No.
I talk to people. No, it's
If someone
like,
asks me who's my favorite rapper, I don't immediately lead with that.
you got
It gives the impression that I have holes in my wall. Should we discuss? So today, guys, you might be thinking, God, they sound relaxed. They must have had a smooth and seamless.
Oh yeah, let's
to
start
the
with
pod.
this.
I'm house sitting at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
so I have this empty house. So I thought, oh, okay, Ian can come here to film.
Yes.
Ian comes over. We're setting everything up. We've got everything set up. I've literally turned the ring light on, and I look at the back of the soundboard. I go, you got the SD card?
No, because I never have to usually carry it around. Anyway, Coles was 2 minutes.
What do you
up the
mean? You don't
road.
have to carry around the mics, but you still brought those.
Because obviously I brought those because they're
Well, obviously
big.
you bring the SD cards. That's the thing that
Oh,
records
yeah.
it. They're,
Oh, yeah.
They're both functions that record what we're doing.
I brought these sunglasses in case you had any fucking attitude today.
Yeah, guys, if you're only listening to the audio, you can't see these glasses, boy. It's given Amanda Bynes just before she lost it.
But my brain is giving a mad binds
Currently,
just after
yeah.
she lost it.
Currently. Did you see her? I loved her TikTok where she was saying, guys, I'm starting a podcast. And then the next day, I'm no longer doing a podcast. And then the next day, she's like, I just want to get a job at a nail salon. And the next day, she's like, I don't want to work at a nail salon. I'm like, wow.
She is so me for that.
Dan-
I get you, girly. Actually, no, I never want a normal human job. I'm really bad at them.
Yeah. But
Okay.
anyway, so I sent Aiden off to the shops. I said, I'm not going to get an SD card. So Aiden went and popped off to the shops.
I did. Oh, yeah, and then I was back in an instant. I was in there. I was
You
out
were
of there.
gone like 10 minutes. And so I thought, I've got 10 minutes. Let me have a quick fortnight with the boys. The
Yeah.
boys were already on. And then Aiden comes back like a nagging wife. We've got to do a podcast.
So yeah, I was like, Al, you got to get your head out of that game. I felt like mum. And you were like, 5 more minutes.
And then what happened? We won. We got a Vicroy. We got an easy dub. So it's not like,
Drag name Victoria Royale.
damn, that's good. We're not even doing drag queens this week, but that's a good one.
But the best ones come organically.
Yep.
Organically is when they're actually good.
Dude, that's really funny.
Yeah.
Victoria Royale.
I think it's
Comes
good.
on Victoria Royale. She only moves like a Fortnite character holding a pickaxe.
Yeah, only emotes.
And you know, have you played Fortnite?
Yeah, I haven't gotten into it that much
Would you
because
know-
I feel like everyone I want to play with, they're not fucking around. They're not waiting
Yeah.
around for me to figure out the game.
Well, my two mates are very good. And so for the longest time when I played with them in like trios, I hated it because it was just, they would sprint off and they would take all the good guns. There'd be nothing left for me. I didn't know where we were going. I would just die. So then I started playing by myself and practicing and actually got halfway decent. But you know in Fortnite how they have the blue shield juice that you like pour on yourself to... That's what I'm saying.
Shield juice?
It's this big jug and you literally, you shake it up. Your character shakes it up like this and then it...
Like what?
Like this. And then it squirts it out and it sprays all over you and it gives you a shield. I'm saying
haven't
that,
we all been there?
I'm just saying Vic Roy, she should do that on stage. Just...
Yeah, slow motion.
Yeah. Like in Fortnite. There's so many possibilities with a Fortnite
Absolutely.
drag queen.
Absolutely there
Opening a chest, shooting a confetti gun. Mm-hmm. Dude, my armpit is so itchy.
Freaking parachuting onto the stage.
Yeah, good luck achieving that, but I like it.
Okay, don't doubt me. Don't doubt
Changing
me.
skins halfway through.
Yep. I wanted to open this podcast. not talking about your dumb game.
A couple episodes ago, I did make fun of you for just even mentioning Fortnite. And now
I'm talking
I'm really enjoying it.
Maybe 28 episodes ago, and it's stuck with me.
Yeah, Fortnite, and now I'm really enjoying it. So
Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. I wanted to open this episode talking about our little adventure the other night.
Oh yes,
We hung out in the wild again.
we did.
So
Do you know what's hilarious? So many people from that night. Well, when I say so many, you'll tell a story, but there was 5 people. Each of them have been like, "How funny was when this happened?" And I was fairly certain that I was cognizant for the whole night. Apparently not. There's a bunch of bits I
you
missed.
were on one.
No, I missed a bunch
It
of
was
bits.
awesome seeing you like
boy.
that. Because we like had drinks together that one time in Newtown when we like played pool, but we haven't been like crazy.
Yeah, it was I think it was because we'd been drinking. So I had my late birthday bottomless brunch with the boys. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so we'd been drinking from midday.
Fuck, that's why you were in absolute crazy land. Lockie calls me, like actually no, he messages me and it's very casual. He's like, "I'm having some. Do you want to come have some drinks with the boys in Newtown?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do that." And I was like, "Okay, well, I'm literally like, I gotta like shower and put clothes on because I was like very much in gross laying around the house pajama vibe." So I was like,
Bed rotting.
Yeah, I was bed rotting. So I was like, all right, I'll have a shower, I'll get up, I'll get changed. And then as time goes on, this man gets more impatient and more until I'm literally in the car on my way there. I live like maybe like 20 minutes, including like, you know, the drive and then the walking up there and all that kind of stuff. This man, every 2 minutes you are calling me, being like threatening to go back home. Being like, "I've gone, we've left, I've gone." I'm like, "No, you haven't," because I could hear that you're in a bar.
Do you know what's crazy? I don't remember calling you once. I do not remember calling you once.
You were calling me every 2 seconds.
Do you know what it was in my brain? In my brain, I said to the boys, "Oh, we should invite Eden." They were like, "Oh yeah," because all my mates really like you. And I was like, "All right." And I remember texting you, being like, "We're at this pub."
And then me just turning up.
And then you turning up at that pub. And I was like, "Oh, cool." That's what I remember.
But you remember asking the security guard not to let me in?
Yeah, I did tell the security guard, I was like, "There's a girl who's going to turn up in a second. When she gets here, can you just say that her ID is a fake ID?" And he's like, "Yeah, no worries." And then I saw you coming around. I'm like, "That's her." And he gets Ian's ID. He's like, "Yeah, not tonight. Probably not." And you, I remember watching your face. You were like, "Really?"
I was like, what? Because
really?
it's on my phone. Like, it can't be fake ID. Like, it's on the app. He like did the like scroll that they always do.
Yeah.
He was like, "I can't do this kind of one tonight." I was like, really? And then I heard a little giggle in my peripheral, and I was like, "Motherfucker!" And I looked over, and Lockie's like, and I was like, yeah. But then the Seki really liked it. He was like, "Ah, ha, ha, ha."
You know, he was having fun.
I knew that we were in for one when we turned into the jugs of beer territory. I was like, "Fuck."
Where did we get jugs of beer? So I remember being at Newtown Hotel because we were watching the footy there.
Yes.
I think that's where the night started to get a little blurry for
That's
Lil
when
Lockie.
I turned up because I had to try and catch up with you guys.
Yeah, we'd been because we did a bottomless for 2 hours, which we were abusing, and then we went and did like our own mini bar crawl around Newtown. So we did like we only did like 5 pubs.
So the bar, like the pub crawl you made me go on was just a second lap.
Yeah, that was the warm down. Because where do we after Newtown Hotel we went and got food, didn't we?
We went and got burgers.
Oh, that was. I remember. I think I ate someone else's burger.
You did. You ate a lot. Everyone ate a lot. It was crazy.
Yeah, we were feasting.
Yeah.
It was one of those places where it's like loaded fries, burgers with like this oil dripping off it. I was like, this is exactly what I need.
It was
right
kind
now.
of awesome. It was kind of awesome. And then we went to the Cordy.
Yep, do remember that.
And that was really fun. That was where the drinks really started to. They were going down. They were down the hatch.
Them.
We were absolutely pounding them. And then
Was I buying? I don't remember buying drinks after Newtown Hotel.
we were sort of taking it in rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, we were like buying like a jug and then another one and then some drinks and blah 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 blah.
Cool.
Do you remember who was there by then?
Yeah. It was you, me, James, and Jamie and his girlfriend had left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was great. We were
To be fair, I didn't. Jamie reminded me that of the other day. I was like, "When did you guys leave?" And he's like Cordy. I was like,
Cordy is when it starts to get.
I didn't realize how much
wild.
I didn't. Because the whole night I was like, I'm at a good buzz. I'm feeling cool. There's a lot of stuff that I don't remember.
Do you know, like in the moment, I felt super normal because we weren't talking about like crazy things until 1 second. But we were like, I don't know, we were talking about very, like, I was asking like James about his like dating life, blah, blah, blah. Like everything was like very normal conversations. And then I think it was when James left that we talked a lot of podcast stuff that night, like so much podcast stuff.
Yeah, no, I do.
Which was like a useless business meeting to happen when we were both absolutely belligerent.
Fucking stupid to be like, here's all my ideas. Neither of us are going to remember them.
Also, it was like classic Lockie and Eden, but we never do it at the same time. Usually it's like one of us is like drunk on a night out and we'll like message each other like, this pod's going to be great, man. We're onto something here. You're the best podcast co-host ever, blah, blah, blah.
You know how
and the
some
other
people,
one's like, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, you know how people are just like, I love you so much, bro. Ours is just like, you're such an efficient podcast host.
It's like, hey, I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else. Anyway, but then we were both in that realm at the same time in person. And I would love to get CCTV of us be like, listen. I got to tell you something. and then that is where things get really grim.
Oh, God.
Because somehow, I don't know how the frick we got to this, but we both somehow admitted that we have a notes app of rap lyrics.
Oh my God. Yeah, I do remember this. Holy shit. Yeah.
We were both that annoying motherfucker that is like, I could rap if I wanted to.
I remember this. We were literally both sitting there going like, I'm really good. I've written stuff and bragging about how good we were. And we were like, we should do it on the pod. We should absolutely play it. I'm like, fucked if you think I'm playing that on the pod.
No, not okay, playing it was crazy from me. I meant like we'll do a Cody and Noel venture one day.
Yeah, but I you know what? One day, if people want it, we can read out some of the bars.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
Because there's some ones that I wrote in year 10 that I'm like, that's pretty good for a 16-year-old. And then there's some that you read and you're like, yep, that's a 16-year-old.
But no, we also played each other like actual recordings.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty good. I feel like, do you know who else had bars? Was freaking the Granny Flat Comedy Boys for that like Smooth FM thing.
Yes.
You heard that?
Yes.
That was good as hell.
Well, Nick's audio, like he's a singer. He's very musically talented. I think Dave's one of those dudes who just picks up on anything.
Yeah, but Dave had like the flow was great.
Yeah, Dave was very
great.
like it was like almost Aussie grime when he was rapping, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
Like, Aussie drill, like sick.
Yeah. Dave's only a guy who can go from like friendly accountant and then he puts on just a Nike dry fit hat and it's the scariest Eshe you've ever met in your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi,
and
Dave.
he's like, and hello, Dave, we love you. But then he'll be like, hey, babes, what's up, blah, 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 blah. And then you'll see that. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, he's the sweetest.
That's a man.
Granny Flat Comedy, if you haven't watched them, which everyone should.
They're awesome.
They'll have a TV show in the next 5 years. They have to. Or they'll be on well, they already are on TV shows, but they'll have a Granny Flat written show in 5 years.
They'll do one of those like ABC series like soon, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, like the projects that they get. Anyway, so we were playing like, you know, cupping the phone around the speaker up to each other's ear in a busy bar. It was so typically fucking annoying of us.
Yeah.
And then and then I was like, I was trying to convince you to be like, dude, Tiny Meat Gang came out with like songs. I think we are in the perfect bracket for like, this song is funny, but it's not like stupid bad lyrics. Like, it's funny because it's kind of good as well.
Is this another business meeting where we talk about what we're going to do?
Yes. Well,
awesome.
Yes.
Expect music, guys. So far, expect live shows, music, and merch. We've not at all set ourselves up for failure.
Well, I've got some fan mail about merch coming up.
Okay.
But then the night, so yeah, you dragged me around to Newtown Hotel, then to get burgers, then to the Cordy. Also
dragged you around. You could have left whenever you wanted.
I could have, but I'm a good person. Anyway, so then at the Cordy, the conversation gets even more grimmer. We start talking about things that are so like... Do you remember us talking about things that people had said to us in bed?
Yes. Oh, God, yeah.
I remember vague snapshots of that, and I was like, fuck, we know everything about
But this wasn't even stuff where we're just like, how good was this? It was stuff that was like, fuck, this was not very nice to hear this stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. And then it, as always does, divulges into us going, you know which influencer I hate? and just talking about that, which is
All
that's
roads lead
that's
to. Do you know what
all-
influence I hate?
all roads lead to fuck this person.
Yes. So then I'm like, all right, are we wrapping up? You're like, no, let's go to Kelly's. I was like, Kelly's.
Did we go to Kelly's? Yeah, we did. Oh, yeah.
We went to Kelly's.
Did we get a Guinness?
Yes, we got a Guinness at Kelly's.
Because
What the hell was that?
I wanted a Guinness all day, and the boy everywhere we went, they weren't there. And then we were on the pub crawl, and I was like, "Oh, Kelly's has them." We go, "Oh, but we're gonna go watch the footy, so we got to make it in time." I was like, "Oh fuck!" So I really wanted one. I definitely didn't need
I
one.
kind of love a Guinness. It's kind of like if a hot chocolate was a beer.
No, but it's pretty good.
What would I
Because you know
know?
what's great? So we were upstairs at Kelly's, and I think we ran into someone you know.
We ran into a few people I know.
Yeah, but I remember because the next, a couple days after that night out, I went on to like podcasts to listen to something on the way to whatever, and I saw like, who the fuck is this? And it was clearly like your friends who had a podcast.
Basecamp podcast?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a good idea for a podcast.
Yeah, I just saw it and I was like, oh, I don't know who these people are, but I vaguely remember having a conversation with this person. I'm going to listen to this.
What do you know who was the guest on it?
No.
They get
What
some-
is Basecamp podcast?
So basically, you come in with like a hill you would die on. So like base camp
yes,
Everest.
yes, I
and
remember
then
this
they either leave you at the bottom of Everest, or you come to the top of it, or you can make it halfway up Everest.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, it's like a hill. It's like a hill that you would die on. So you come
Right.
in with like a crazy take. Like mine was, I think twins are disgusting.
You think twins are disgusting?
Identical twins. I have fraternal twin sisters.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just a crazy thing. And then
We'll talk about that on another episode. We're going to jot that down.
yeah.
But yeah, we went to Kelly's.
Yeah, we did go to Kelly's. And then I was like, okay, we're wrapping it up. And you're like, let's go to Marley Bar. And I said, never, ever in my life am I ever going to Marley Bar with you. Then where were we?
Marley Bar.
Marley Bar. We were
And-
outside.
But dude, we got to Marley Bar and I was too drunk to do anything. So
we just sat in
we
that beer
ordered-
garden,
we ordered
like
it-
looked into dead space.
we got a beer and sat in the beer garden and I couldn't even drink the beer. Like I physically couldn't put any more liquid in my body.
So then I was downing because I was like, we just bought this.
You know what we did do before? You fucking dragged me into the photo booth.
No, that was at the end.
Oh, I've still
Because-
got. And you didn't? Did you tape your photos?
Yes, I have photos
Okay.
of them because you know what? I'll add them here. You dragged me around to Newtown Hotel, then to get a burger, then to the Cordy, then to Kelly's, then
Fun.
to Marley Bar.
Fun.
I was a champ on that. Then I asked you one thing. I said, look, there's a photo booth. We don't have many photos together. Should we get one? And I want your face. All right. Number 1. Number 2. Photo number 3. Photo number 4. You look like you want to absolutely perish in all of those. You're like, nah, I hate this. Who's this girl? Your biggest team player that night. The MVP of that hang. And you left me for dead in those photos.
Yeah. Well, at least you got a photo, so maybe suck it up.
Yeah, I like the photos.
Yeah. But that was our big night out. Also, it's like storming like hell outside. I don't think you can hear it because
No, you
yeah,
can't. But if you can, it's ASMR.
Well,
Do you reckon anyone falls asleep to this podcast? There's no way.
I don't know if I'd take that as offensive. But then again, all the shows I fall asleep to are my favorite shows.
Yeah, that's true. But it has to be like, it's just one. I like one that where the audio is just like it could be super super funny and engaging, but the audio can't be like screaming all of a sudden
Yeah.
and quiet because I don't want to have to like, you know.
I feel like we're pretty straightforward.
Yeah, we don't yell that much, or I take the mic away if we
Yeah.
have to yell. I want to read out some of the fan mail.
Absolutely. Let's read out some of the fan mail.
These ones, I sort of made its own little category. We asked a while ago, a few episodes ago, about merch.
Yes.
If you guys would wear that. Okay, this person says, I've had a lot of in the DMs. I've sort of been trying to gather them up. Someone said arseless chaps.
Arseless chaps.
Crazy.
But how would they be nobody arse themed?
Nobody arseless chaps.
Nobody arseless chaps.
Fuck, that's kind of.
But I'm saying, would we have the logo on the side, or is there what? It can't just be arseless chaps with a fucking name slapped on it.
Yeah, we'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Okay.
Well, because, you know, I don't think we have to make many of our decisions because this other person that wrote in, God, they had a lot to say.
Yep.
They said, I definitely need Nobody Asked merch. We'll buy it straight away as long as it's not just a white or black shirt with some writing or a picture. I think most people look shit in white or black. Also, I feel like a cap is fitting or something costume like, but I also look shit in caps, starting to think maybe I just look shit, would use a nobody ask pill organizer or maybe a mug.
I did mention the pill organizer. I think that's a go-to.
Yeah. I like a mug. I think
Mug
like,
works.
it's cool to like, because people like sometimes when you're wearing clothes, like you don't want to wear like super merchy items. So I think like a mug is like you'll actually use it, and you like having a podcast themed mug is pretty cool.
I'm of the belief of like, don't just slap a logo and be like, oh, this is their thing. Because that's like when you go into a fucking Toyota dealership and you walk out with a Toyota hat.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's wearing a Toyota hat unless it's like a vintage one from the 70s?
Yeah, exactly. It's got to look beat up.
Like a good example, Jackson Field just released merch and it's called like Handrails, and it's like a skeleton grinding down a handrail, but it's his merch.
Yeah.
And people know it's him because he does like the safety audits in his videos.
Yeah.
And this is meant to be like, oh, the safety audit collection.
Yeah.
But it's not just Jackson Field. That's a weird thing to just slap your name on.
It is really weird.
He does great merch. I've ordered some.
I think it's one of those things where like if there was to be any writing or text on it, I think it should be like something we've said.
But also, nobody asked does work as text on some things.
Yes, it does.
Because but I have actually had a think about this, and the idea that I had was crop tops.
The next one says, can you make little tank tops? I feel like that's just such yours vibes. Yeah.
Well,
like,
I've got 3 examples here that I think would work. The general vibe.
I didn't know we were planning on doing this segment.
I'm just going to show you it. So people
Please.
aren't going to know what this is until it eventually comes out. But this is the sort of vibes I'm going for.
Yes, exactly.
then-
Like a little baby tee. You said crop tops and I said tank tops. That's
I don't know what the fuck they are. Either way, that's what I
know
thought.
that's so on brand.
Yeah.
Like very similar vibe to when I wear the Band Mail podcasts.
Yes.
I also have one. This is bad, guys. I promise I'm allowed to make this joke. Chloe Madron, who used to be on Mad TV, and now she has a podcast called The Friend Request. Check it out. She did a Sydney Comedy Festival show about having like an eating disorder. It's called Hot Girl Problems. And I was trying to see it. I actually missed it both times because I turned up an hour too late because it was on a Sunday. Anyway, whatever. But to prove to her that I actually really wanted to come see her show, I showed her what shirt I was wearing, and it's a shirt that says, please don't feed the models. And she was like, okay, yeah, you really would.
That's an excellent shirt.
It's a great shirt.
Where'd you get it from?
Paddy's Markets.
Wow.
Paddy's Markets is the best place for those types of shirts.
Okay, I have to go to Paddy's Markets, have a look.
Please. There's ones that's like, my boyfriend is out of town. It's so many like very
Wonderful.
kitsch, little tacky little shirts.
Did we have any more fan mail?
Yep, I have one more.
Yeah.
It says, it's a little callback to last episode. Sorry for insulting your porn stash, Lockie. Love you.
That's all right. I forgive you. Mm-hmm. That's all right.
Made for a great bit.
I'd love to do some fuck, marry, kills.
Please.
Very excited about this one.
Yep.
Eden, your fuck, marry, kill this week is Danelle, Andrew and Bronte, my mum, my dad and my sister.
What is wrong with you?
That's why at the start, before we recorded, I went, hey, have you met all my family members? She goes, yeah, I've met them. So Eden, after meeting my family members, fuck, marry, kill, my dad, my mum, my sister.
You're asking me to kill one of your family members.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Danelle listens to every single bit of
Yep.
this.
So careful what you say.
I'm marrying Danelle.
You married Danelle? Fair
Love
play.
that woman.
Fair
She's
play.
awesome. She's awesome. I'm not killing Bronte. Like, I've only met your dad once, so like, we're not as close.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
So what is your answer?
Marrying Danelle.
Yep.
I'm so sorry. Killing your father. Bronte, what's good? She's a nice young lady.
She's a wonderful lady.
She's very cool.
Yeah.
She let me borrow her stethoscope that one episode.
She's a nurse. She could take care of you.
Oh my God, no. Can't believe you made me do that.
I've had that one in the chamber since the very first time we did Fuck,
In the
Marry, Kill.
chamber.
Yeah, but I keep forgetting to ask if you've met my dad because I know you've met my mum and my sister, but I need to check.
Of course I met your dad. We went out to the Cordy.
We're always at the bloody Cordy, mate.
We are a lot.
I fucking remember it.
No, it was like dinner with your parents.
Oh, you had dinner with my parents.
You invited me and Carly.
Oh, you with Carly as well. That's right.
Yeah. And I felt like grandma coming along as the 5th member.
Yeah, grandma's unstable. We have to get her out of the house every once in a while. Get her some air.
That was awesome. I loved that
Get her a
little hang.
Get her a lemon lime bitters.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got to drive.
Get Nana Shandy one.
Gotta get her back on the courtesy bus. Dude, I went to a stand-up show and I forget his name. It's Lockie. It's Lockie something. Another guy named Lockie, and he did this this joke.
Lockie
and
McAllister?
I think it's Lockie McAllister.
Yeah.
And it was the crowd was pretty rough. Like they weren't really giving much. And there was this really like probably a lady in her 60s sitting like second row. And I think he said something to her and she like heckled back, but it was like a nice heckle. And he goes,
cool.
Ha ha ha, I'll go fuck you in the courtesy bus. And I pissed myself laughing.
Fuck, he's good.
Because that is a funny place to be like, let's go hook up there because she's old.
Dude,
I'll fuck you in
kind
the
of
courtesy
awesome.
bus.
Lockie McAllister can get so evil so quick. He's like
Oh, he did because he was doing
really
crowd
like
work.
him.
I like him a lot.
I was emceeing a gig that he was doing because he's like an open micer that's made it out of the hood, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like he'll get booked shows now. When I was emceeing a gig that he was on, and like he was nice to me, so I was like, and
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
silly when I bring people on stage. I was like, your next act, you're gonna love him. He's a nice young man. He's a nice young boy, and he's gonna be good. And because his like thing, especially back then, was like he's an edgelord.
Yeah, no, he is.
He like got back. He was so angry. He was like, "I'm not a nice young boy," and then he like immediately made a joke about like putting women in the freezer. I was like, and I had to go back up and be like, "We're buds. I want you to know that he wouldn't really do that." But he like, I think he was a little bit like, "Oh God, that was a lot to say," because he used to work at the Comedy Store, like behind the bar,
Yeah.
and I had a free drink with about 4 shots in it. The time I went there after that, I was like, "Hey, we're good, buddy."
Yeah, no, he's
cool as hell.
He's really. I told him afterwards. I'm like, dude, I thought you were hilarious. He was like, oh, thank you so much. Like, no, but as soon as he gets up there, it's so fucking funny.
Evil
But
once
it
he's up there.
Depends what the crowd is because some of the crowd goes, oh, that's inappropriate, but some of the crowd just get it. Mm-hmm. Really funny.
Yeah, cool as hell. What's next?
Top 3 words, brother.
Oh yeah, I suggested this today.
Our top 3 this week, as Eden has decided, is words.
I got to tell you, I suggested this idea. Did I make any up? So I'm off the cuff here.
You're off the car, brother.
I know I had the whole car ride to think about it, but I
You
forgot.
also had the car ride to go get the SD card to think about it.
Yeah, well,
I was thinking about this in the shower.
Okay,
I
well-
literally got out of the shower to type one of them on my phone. Mm-hmm. You're
wow,
oh.
wow, almost waterlogged the
Well,
phone.
there you go. I'm going to say my first one because it describes you. Chumps.
You like the word chumps?
I love it. It's like a rich dude from the 40s calling like it's like the worst insult he could give a peasant.
Chumps.
Chumps.
I like calling
I like using it in Rocket League when I score on people, all caps, chumps.
people champion. I think it's one of the most degrading things you can say. Like, okay,
Yeah.
champion.
We should do that for the next episode. Top 3 condescending nicknames.
Yeah.
Yep, done.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Chumps.
Chumps. What word do I fucking like? No, you
This
have to
is
do.
so
I
unprofessional.
know
Eden.
you have to do 3 of yours.
This is literally your idea.
I know you have to do 3 of yours.
I have done my 3. You need to do your 3.
Well, say yours now.
Oh, God. My second one, sarcophagus.
That's a great word.
It's linguistic tennis because every syllable just goes back and forth. Sarcophagus.
You've just answered you've just done the work for me
Yeah.
because linguistic tennis. Yeah. I like words that feel like your mouth is like a tumble dryer.
Cacophony.
Cacophony.
Mm-hmm.
When I was at uni, I learned all about like phonetics and stuff, and like exactly, I like
Now
like-
we've got her on the roll.
ravioli.
Ravioli.
It goes like in your mouth. Ravioli.
What's
so does
the-
areola.
For a bonus one, crisp.
Crisp,
It's
good word.
It's the only word that goes from the back of your mouth to the front. Crisp.
It's
Perfectly.
It can't be the only one.
Well, it's the one that perfectly goes from the back of your mouth to the front.
so does the word like grip.
No, it's grip.
Crisp.
Crisp. Crisp.
Oh,
But
no,
grip.
grip.
But
It
you
all
have
comes
that
back.
S. The S glides you into the P. Grip is like
No, grip.
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 Grip. You're skipping a
Crisp.
bit. You're skipping a bit of your mouth.
Yeah, the S, I guess.
Crisp.
Crisp.
That's not one of mine. My two so far are chumps and sarcophagus.
Okay. I like the word inkling.
Yeah.
Got an inkling about that?
Yeah, it does seem like a.
Inkling.
I'd feel like if you were an elf, that would be your name.
Hell yeah, I wish I was an elf.
Oh, fuck's sake. My last one, adios.
Adios is good.
It's such a great way. It's such a better version of saying adios. What you? Bye. Bye. I'm a white guy.
Bye
Bye.
sounds like dumb.
I have a Subaru
Adios.
Outlander. Bye.
Once a hate video got made about me by a girl I went to school with because she was insane, and she sent a
Like
big
she made it on
YouTube.
on YouTube.
It's not there now, but it was called Worst Friend Ever.
Did she name drop you?
No, but it was very obvious.
Oh, we should have reacted to it if it was still up.
It hasn't been up for years, but it is so funny. So it's like this big video about how like we were friends, and then she was like quite a lot, like it was insane, and she like sent me this. Oh yeah. So for her birthday, again,
That
I
was 6 sentences. That
shut the hell up.
That was crazy.
Shut the hell up.
You know when
For-
like
okay.
a prisoner like ties together like 15 different jumpsuits as a. That's what that was. That was you climbing out of the prison to
I
find
hate
a
how
word.
much of a good take that is.
Yeah, that's what that was.
I hate
That was
you for that one.
You tie together 15 different. It's a Frankenstein.
Yeah.
You shove together 15 different sentences, hoping that they make one that kind of makes sense.
Did you see the story last
You
week?
can't fuck with me. I play linguistic tennis.
You
chump. I'll put you in a sarcophagus. Adios. Got all three. Got all three.
That was good.
Fuck you.
That was good. Let me talk about this. So I went to her birthday lunch thing.
Absolutely.
When we all turned like 18.
Hell yeah.
Shut up. I turned up. I was dirt poor at this time. Don't interrupt.
Jump.
You really want to. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up.
Jump.
I turned up with the best I could do. So I bought her like it wasn't like a packet of incense from the $2 store. It was like a really fancy one from like a homewares place.
Okay.
Right? And then I even felt bad about that. So I put $20 in, which was all the money I had at the time. It was a really nice card, like really long, like handwritten, really nice. She was like, oh, firstly, I don't like if someone gets you a gift, feign being impressed.
Yep.
I hate people that are like, that's not good enough. Well, what do you want me to do?
That's crazy for anyone to be.
Right? I don't care if someone bought me a rubbish off the floor. I'd be like, thank you.
I'm really bad at, because on the inside, I'm like, this is such a good present. That's so thoughtful. How did they know? But I physically can't show. I can never do the, oh, no way. You do, because that doesn't feel right. To me, it's like, thank you, that's awesome. But inside, I'm doing the, no way.
Yeah. Well,
but
some
even
people
then,
have the opposite.
even then, I'm still being nice.
Yeah, exactly. Even though you're like, oh, thank you, I like it. Well, so I got this. And then anyway, she was like mad at me for that. And I was like, dude, calm down. And then I like couldn't go on holiday with her or something. Anyway, so she made this huge hate video about me because she sent me this huge, like very, very intense yelling text message. Huge. And she was like, so I don't want to be friends with you. And I was, blah, blah, blah. This girl was insane. And so I replied, adios.
Oof.
Adios. And in this video, I remember, she says, adios. She just says, adios.
I had no idea she was bilingual.
Yeah.
She kept everything from me.
I've been studying up. I've been doing some Duolingo.
Pendejo.
So yeah, adios is something I'm actually quite famous for.
Puta. Yeah.
one
no,
word.
That's well, I you know what? You didn't have your 3 words, but you gave us a great story. I think
What
that's
am I
enough.
here for? Personality hire.
Yeah. Speaking of, do we have anything else left, or should we jump on to the next episode?
Next ep.
Next step, guys.
Go here, man. We're recording 2 in one day because we love you and Lockie's going away.
Yeah, I'm going away for. It is 8 weeks that I'm away for, but we have now realised that it may be longer because I'm going to New Zealand after that. Because I fly back from Europe and I'm in Australia for a day. So if we wanted to, we could film on the
You'll
one
be
day.
dead.
I don't care.
You'll have Bali, dengue,
yeah.
bodily malfunctions.
Yeah. You know what? I went to see my GP about something else, and I had to get a penis reduction. So I told him about the dengue, and he goes, people die from that.
Yeah.
And I
was real worried about you.
I immediately was like, fucking gangster, let's go.
I forgot. No, wait. The episode can't. The episode can't, because that story you just said sparked something in me. I went to the GP the other day, right?
Yep, go on, finish off the episode.
Please. I'm really bad at organising appointments. So my mother was gracious enough to be like, I'll help you organise this.
Aren't you 30?
25. But I'll just never go. And anyway, it's a whole thing. I will just, no, seriously, I'll just die before I'm calling someone on the phone. You kidding me? So
Yep.
she was like, I'm doing it because you're not going to. I was like, you don't have to. She's like, yes, I'm doing it. Anyway, so she put a GP that I know up the road from me. My mum's like, it's this time. And I was like, thanks, Mum. You didn't really have to do that, but thank you. Because I really wouldn't have done it. And I walk in, and I think it's just for a referral to get more of my medication. Because
Awesome.
you don't have to go through the GP for that. I thought that's what it was. I walk in and my doctor goes, we're talking, we're catching up. My doctor goes, so is there anything other than the pap smear today? I said, what? She said, it's just the pap smear today. And I went, what? Yeah, I guess so. She went, did you not? I said, no. Lee McGovern did not tell me about that.
Wow.
It's a crazy thing to be like, okay, pants down, legs out on the table.
Get up on the stirrups.
I mean, they don't actually have stirrups. You just sort of spread them. But it's crazy. You're going to pipe clean up my freaking cervix now. Oh, yeah.
But do you know, can I take Lee's side for a second here? What would you
Go on.
rather? Would you rather know all day that you have to go to this pap smear and have the mental torture of like, this is going to suck? Or would you rather have a surprise pap smear and only have to go, this sucks for the duration of the pap smear?
Can I tell you something? It doesn't suck. It doesn't hurt.
Wait, I'm going to level with you here. I'm not fully aware of what a pap smear
Okay,
is. I'm
basically-
aware there's a lot of staring at vaginas involved.
Like, not for very long. Also,
By that logic, I do pap smears every single day. I'm doing them day and night, brother.
not like this.
You hand me my PhD because I'm Dr. Pap Smear.
Yeah.
That was gross.
That was really
Yeah,
gross.
that's really gross.
I didn't want to even interact with that.
It's-
But it doesn't hurt that much. Basically,
much like
it's
me
for-
giving a
it's
pap smear.
Oh, you like
Let's
to ask
go.
questions.
Let's go.
And then you never want to hear the answer. You just derail the answer for the next 10 minutes.
I want to ask the question, then tell you what you should
You
say.
just want me to download the knowledge into your brain. You don't want to listen to me say it.
Nope.
So basically, it's a cervical cancer screening. You just got to do them all the time. It's a whole thing. Anyway, yeah.
Is it like the male version of when we get a finger up our bum to check colon cancer?
I would say it's yes, but I would say it's not. It's not that scary because I feel
It's
like
not that
finger up the bum
invasive.
is like
But
it's
that's
pretty invasive, but I don't think it's like as unknown territory.
But like cervical cancer for women is like quite common in the same way that like colon cancer for men is quite common.
yeah, you just have to.
So it's like, okay,
you just have to check.
two sides of the same coin.
Kind of.
Two sides of the
I
same
would say
bumhole.
like it's sort of, but I feel like up the bum hole is much bigger of a day. You know, yeah, that's mental preparation. But like
The
girlies,
first,
we
like,
have.
the first finger's okay. It's when you get the second and the third, that's when it's like, and then the fist comes in. You just go, wow.
That's not what they have to do, is it? See, we're
That's
learning
what,
things
that's what
about each
happened at
other.
mine.
They just have
And
to
then
go
the
up
doctor came in.
You done? You done?
Yeah, finish your pap smear
Basically,
story.
oh god, basically, they they loop you up in a crazy way. It's like that surely didn't need that much. You'd swimming in it. They put it's like a little crank it open, but not that. It's not a crazy amount because I don't know. I was pretty relaxed. I was like, whatever. I have no control over this anymore. Whatever. And then they put a little thing in. It's like a little plastic thing, and then it just goes like beep up a little bit. And then it's like a tiny little brush, and they just so basically like up to your cervix is like at the end of the canal, the vagina canal.
Okay.
Cervix is like right just up the top, like the
Next to the clitoris.
open. Shut the fuck up. Just at the opening of it.
No, because the clitoris would be to its left, southeast, southwest. It's inside it. The real clitoris was the friends we made along the way.
I need you guys to know that surely he knows. So yeah, it's right at the end, and so they just like go in and like swab it. Basically, it doesn't really hurt. It kind of like it just feels a bit like weird, but it's like fine. It doesn't hurt. So if you have to get one, if you're in your like early to mid 20s, it seriously doesn't hurt at all. It's fine as long as you like chill out.
That's probably the most helpful piece of advice we've ever produced on this podcast.
Ever is like, guys, go get them.
Genuinely, that would be
It's
the
so
most
chill. If you're worried
helpful.
about it, it's so fine.
I think more people will go, oh, okay, than any other thing we've said.
Have I ever told you about the internal ultrasound that I had to get?
I've had an ultrasound.
You've had an ultrasound, sure.
Yeah.
So after I had like we're doing a lot of like anatomy stuff
Yep.
today. Had an ovarian cyst burst, which like happens to girls sometimes. Anyone with ovaries. And so they were like, oh, we're going to do an ultrasound just to like check, right? I saw, both my sisters have been pregnant, so I've seen an ultrasound before, right? Squirt little jelly on your tummy and they move that little thing around, yeah?
Yep.
And if there's a baby in there, you'll know about it. I just needed them to check all my ovaries were okay. That's what I thought. Okay, an ultrasound, fine. I turn up and they pull out this big thing and I went,
Describe it. It's a podcast. It's a listening forum.
okay, this big thing. I'm going to say it's reminiscent of a penal shape.
Phallic.
It's phallic as hell.
Also a great word.
It's pretty freaking long. And I looked at it and I went, that's not the type of machine I've seen for an ultrasound before. And they went, yeah, it's an internal ultrasound. I went, girl, what do you mean internal ultrasound? And they squirt it up and then they have to basically take like images from different, so they literally shove this giant thing up you and then like they have to get pictures of different parts. So they're like, oh, angle it over this way, shove it out, angle it up this way. I'm like, you are fucking me. This is wildly intimate. And I had a friend, they're like prepared for you to react in whatever way, because I had a friend that had never squirted in her life and squirted. She wasn't like coming, but she just was like, it was like, psh, and she was like, and apparently they were so like, whatever. Like they didn't really even,
That happens.
they didn't acknowledge it, but they were just like, yep, okay, blah, blah, blah. What? You have to tell someone before you're going to
Yeah.
dick them down like that.
And did you say it takes photos inside?
Well, not photos, but it's like that's
It
what
takes, like, images.
You know how an X-ray is like an image.
See, if it was me, I would be requesting that they use like a film camera so they look vibey.
Can you put a GoPro on that?
Can you guys can I get a 360 camera up my vagina? Because I really want to get some nice grainy images. Can you put my Fujifilm 2008
My
Digicam?
Polaroid.
Chuck my Digicam up there, please.
Hell yeah. Goodness
That'll probably do. I'm
gracious,
glad
that'll do it.
glad we added that bit in.
That's all I had to
Anything
say.
you want to ask the people for the fan mail? The cool thing is we don't even have to put the link up sometimes. Usually if we ask a question, 5 of you will answer it.
Which is awesome. I mean, if you
Do you have
guys
any
want
questions?
if you guys want to get medical with it,
Do you want to get medical?
if you got any weird like
You know what we should do? We should give
Weird
out
medical
medical
stories.
and legal advice.
no, not advice, but like not questions, but if you have any stories of stuff that's happened to you in a medical procedure that you went, what is going on?
Yeah, did you turn up for a routine check and you just happened to be pregnant? I have a friend who had that. She went to the doctor to just be like, I have stomach pains.
And they're like,
It was a human.
I'm worried about that really most times I go to the doctor.
Well, wait for the next episode and we can announce if Eden's pregnant or not.
Baby reveal.
Baby reveal.
All right, bye guys.
Bye
Love you.
guys.